Salve onorevoli, siamo qui su un nuovo episodio su Gothic 2. Ora nello scorso episodio ci eravamo lasciati, che eravamo arrivati alla casa del proprietario terriero dei ribelli e niente, non eravamo in grado di fare niente, ancora ora non siamo in grado di fare niente. Allora, ho scoperto che praticamente bisogna basarsi solo sulle combo per fare attacchi. Sono riuscito ad ammazzare qualche razziatore dei campi e sono salito a livello 5. E poi, giusto per rendere la cosa più frustrante, signori, che hanno fatto? Hanno fatto che da livello 30 in poi, la percentuale dico di armi a una mano, devi spendere 10 punti per farla salire di 5. Poi scommetto che salirà anche a 15 punti e anche a 20. Quindi io praticamente salito, pensavo, beh, ora dai, arriviamo a 40 di armi a una mano. Invece no, signori, punti apprendimento 0. Perché d'ora in poi servono 10 punti d'apprendimento per fare salire di 5 la percentuale, giusto per rendere la cosa più bella. Se continua così, io vi avviso già da ora, il gioco lo lascio, non so se nemmeno se vi faccio vedere questi episodi. La cosa è veramente frustrante, veramente frustrante. Ora parliamo con
Hey.
Cosa succede?
How are things?
Hey, don't I know you from somewhere?
It's possible.
I used to deal in swamp weed back in the colony. Remember?
That's all just gossip.
E di cosa ti stai occupando adesso?
And what are you dealing in now?
Ah, don't ask. I brought a whole package of swamp weed with me from the mining colony. Many of the mercenaries like a little smoke now and then. I've earned a small fortune on the side. But some bastard stole all the weed from my chest. I'm pretty sure it was that Bodo. He bunks in the same room as me, and he always grins at me like such an idiot.
Quindi cosa pensi di fare del ladro?
What are you going to do about the thief then?
One of these days, I'll catch him puffing away on my weed. And then, I'll find a quiet spot and teach him a lesson he won't forget. If I knock him down here in the middle of the yard, the other farmers will notice, and I'll pay an arm and a leg.
How come?
Quite simple. We can't rough up the farmers, otherwise Lee makes us pay a heavy fine. That's the way Onar wants it. And the more witnesses there are, the more of a fuss there is. That makes things more expensive. So I'll pull the thing off nice and inconspicuously.
Show me your wares.
I don't have any swamp weed at the moment. Do you want something else?
Ah, in più mentre camminavo ho trovato questo stocco, ne ho trovati due, uno sul sentiero che porta alla fattoria e un altro vicino alla casa dove sta, vicino al lago, alla casa al lago. Sul pomo incisa la lettera F, danno 40, destrezza richiesta 20, voi direte un'arma forte, no perché il nostro fa 45 di danno. E sembra praticamente che ne fa 10 di danno.
What do you want from me?
Puoi aiutarmi a migliorare le mie abilità?
Can you help me improve my abilities?
I could show you how to use your strength better in close combat. A lot of fighters are very weak because they don't have the technique to use their strength properly. The same is true for dexterity in ranged weapons.
I agree with you completely.
I want to improve my abilities.
That's not what I heard.
Forza, forza, destrezza, vabbè, fine.
I agree with you completely.
In più ho notato che noi abbiamo un elixir di destrezza, che ora utilizziamo, e praticamente ci fa aumentare permanentemente di 3 la destrezza, che per noi va benissimo. Ora ci eravamo lasciati nella locanda, dobbiamo parlare con... Pozione. Che culo, grazie a questo bug ora abbiamo destrezza 17. Per me va bene.
Hey, don't I know you from somewhere?
It's possible. I was in the colony too.
Right. What do you want?
Come vanno le cose?
How's the situation?
Right now, we've got real trouble. Two factions are building up amongst us mercenaries. Silvio and his people doubt that Lee is following the right plan.
come mai ci sono due fazioni?
How come there are two factions?
Most of us came out of the colony with Lee back then, but some of the mercenaries hooked up with us later. They didn't come from the colony, but were farther south fighting the Yorks. Somehow they got wind that Lee needed people. Their leader was Silvio. He agreed that Lee was in charge, but now he's trying to stir up the mercenaries against him and his plan. A lot of Lee's people don't think that it's a big problem, but I know guys like Silvio. He'll go to extremes to realize his ideas.
Conosci le intenzioni di Lee?
Do you know what Lee's intentions are?
Lee wants us to wait and starve the paladins in the city. He is planning to get us all away from the island, and Enos knows I've got nothing against getting away from here. I don't really know how he's planning to go about it, but I trust him. He's led us well so far.
E cosa ha in mente Silvio?
Do you know what Silvio is planning?
Silvio found out that some of the paladins have moved out to the old colony. He says the rest of the paladins wouldn't dare to attack us here and wants to take advantage of the situation. Plunder the small farms, waylay the militia patrols outside the city, hold up travelers, things like that.
Cioè dei briganti.
But Lee thinks that would be the worst thing we could do in our situation.
Fine. Noi diciamo voglio diventare un mercenario, tanto andremo solo a peggiorare di più le situazioni. Ecco il famoso Silvio. Andiamo a salvare a 39. Cosa succede?
How's it going?
Have I given you permission to address me?
Molte persone parlano di te.
A lot of people talk about you.
A lot of people talk too much.
Silvio doesn't like being talked to. You might have gathered as much by now.
Put away that weapon.
Not bad at all.
You showed him who's boss.
Non ho nemmeno salvato. Ah no, ho salvato prima di parlare, almeno questo. È frustrante, molto frustrante. Non c'è nemmeno un metodo per abbassare la difficoltà, non credo ci sia. Configurazione, impostazione di gioco, sottotitoli, mouse, sensibilità, visualizzazione, video, audio, comandi, configurazione stessa. No. Niente che permetta di limitare quantomeno come si chiama la difficoltà. Dar, cosa stai fumando?
What are you smoking there?
Want a toke?
Certo.
Sure.
Erba palude.
Not bad, huh?
Where did you get the stuff?
Sarebbe una buona domanda.
I have my sources.
Rieccomi. Allora, fai qualcos'altro oltre a
Do
fumare?
you do anything besides smoke?
Not at the moment.
Crypter mi ha detto che qualcuno gli ha rubato un pacco di erba di palude.
Cypher told me that someone stole a package of swamp weed from him. Would you know anything about that?
No.
Te lo sottrarrò.
I'll knock it out of you.
Relax, I'm way too stoned to fight with you. Here, first take a big toke.
Dov'è il pacco?
Where's the package?
What do I know?
Where's the package?
What do I...
E se io faccio così? Forse è l'unica persona che riusciamo a picchiare.
Just you wait. Never pick a fight with
Ma
me
manco per un
again.
cazzo, nemmeno i drogati riusciamo a picchiare. Madonna. Questo gioco lo abbandono, guarda, in una maniera. Mi sa che questo qua è l'ultimo episodio.
Never pick a fight with me
dai,
again.
un colpo, uno solo. Uno. Questi sono tutti maestri. Conoscendo i mercenari, per entrare nei mercenari dovrò sconfiggerli uno alla volta. Che rottura di coglioni. Mangi i funghi, va. Salva. E vedi, dai, cioè gli facciamo anche danno, ma non lo puoi toccare. Mi para le cose, come faccio io? Madonna. Che rottura di coglioni. Cioè, ci sarebbe anche un metodo per ammazzarlo, devi mettermi a ballare a danza classica, ma a me non mi va sinceramente. Mo' per i nemici base, questi qua sono i nemici base, stare a fare tutto questo po' di roba per uccidere. Figuriamoci quelli più difficili che dovrò fare allora. Proviamo a prenderlo da dietro. Cioè, vedete? Posso riprovare, questo è qua l'ultima volta. Posso riprovare, devo riprovare. Deve essere più una roba di culo a questo punto, perché... Cazzo puoi fare? Nemmeno esistono gli attacchi furtivi, cosa che in Gothic c'erano. In Gothic 1. Cioè,
Never
vedete?
pick a fight with me again.
Posso fare niente. Quindi, signori, spero di unirmi ai mercenari e non so... Sì, perché voglio unirmi ai mercenari. I paladini non mi va assolutamente. Sono gli stessi che ci hanno incarcerato nella colonia, perché dovremmo aiutarli. Qui nella chiesa c'è qualcuno? Piatto d'oro. Vecchia tavoletta di pietra. Candeliere. Candeliere. Bene. La nostra parte è fatta. Volendo possiamo anche portare le robe al vecchio che aveva bisogno là delle tavolette. Non mi ricordo come si chiama. Comunque quello a cui i branditi gli avevano rubato il carico, insomma, una roba simile. Poi mi ricordo che avevo visto di svista una persona qui. Quello dell'occhio, ecco appunto. Cordo stava nel vecchio.
If you have a problem with wolves or field raiders, go talk to one of the younger mercenaries. You can come to me when the paladins show up here.
What?
Whenever one of you peasants comes to me, it's always about slaughtering innocent beasts.
I'm not a peasant.
Oh? What is it you want then?
Cordo stava nella vecchia miniera. Insegnami a combattere.
Teach me how to fight.
I only train mercenaries or worthy candidates.
Vuoi diventare un
I want to
mercenario?
become a mercenary.
You look more like someone who's been born to work in the field, boy. Can you wield a weapon then? So, how about one-handed weapons?
I'm not so bad at that.
And two-handed weapons then?
I'm surely gonna get better.
Well, at least you're not a damn beginner. All right, I'm gonna vote you in. Whatever else you need to know, you can learn from me.
Cosa dovrei apprendere prima di combattere? No. Prima il combattimento a una o due mani?
What should I learn first?
Cose sono
One-handed
vere,
or
ma già chiesto.
two-handed combat?
Those two types of arms are rather similar. As soon as you reach the next level with one type of weapon, you automatically learn for the other as well. If, for instance, you're good at fighting with one-handed swords, but still a beginner with two-handed weapons, your two-handed skills will go up as well whenever you train with a one-hander. If you train with one type of weapon only, you'll find the training more exhausting. If you always train both, you'll arrive at the same result with less effort. In the end, the outcome will be the same either way. It's your choice.
Quindi, di regola...
Teach me how to...
I can train you to... I don't...
Aspetta, quindi di regola, da come ci ha detto, forse ci ha detto un consiglio utile, dovrei ora migliorare spada a due mani. Credo. Spero.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Voto. Come va?
How's it going?
The militia has bullied us long enough. Now that the mercenaries are on our side, they won't dare to just show up here anymore. The king may think he can get away with anything, but we're not going to take it anymore.
Tiranneggiato, signori. Non ci avevo mai fatto caso che esisteva un termine come tiranneggiato. In città si parla di una rivolta di contadini.
In town, they're talking about a peasants' revolt.
Nonsense. We aren't doing anything except defending what we've worked hard for. It's certainly true that the war is being fought on the backs of the peasants, but Onar is no longer prepared to just stand by and watch while the king bleeds us dry.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Posso riposarmi qui da qualche parte?
Can I rest somewhere around here?
If you're looking for a place to sleep, go to the barn. But don't lie down in a mercenary's bed by mistake. Onar makes sure that they leave us farmers alone, but with strangers who don't belong on the farm, the mercenaries can do whatever they like.
Clipter mi ha detto che qualcuno gli ha rubato.
Cypher told me somebody stole a package of swamp weed from him.
And?
He thinks you're the one who took it.
Oh, that's why the guy is always gawping at me so stupidly. I've been extra friendly to him lately because he seems to have hit a rough spot. But there was nothing I could do. I'd look at him friendly-like and he'd stare at me like he wanted to kill me.
Ok. Potremmo andare a chiedere a Cryptar.
You hardly know who to believe these days. It's all just gossip.
I will never change.
Voglio unirmi agli uomini di lì.
I want to join Lee's people.
Lee's people? If Lee keeps on this way, they soon won't be his anymore.
Why?
Lee has always been a quiet one. It was that way in the colony, too. But lately, he's overdoing it. He just wants to sit here and wait until the paladins drop dead from starvation. Silvio thinks we should clean up a bit on the small farms and outside the city. I think that would make for an excellent change. At the moment, most of us are just twiddling our thumbs here. Do you want to join up anyway?
Voglio diventare uno di voi, costi qualche cosa.
I want to become one of you no matter what.
You already know that we take a vote on every new recruit.
What are you hinting at?
Well, I haven't had anything to smoke in a long time. Bring me a few swamp weed reefers and you got my vote. You can surely scare some up someplace. That's been known a long time.
So chi ha preso la tua.
I know who took your weed.
Who? Was it that Bodo?
No, one of the mercenaries did it. Dar.
That bastard. Where is he?
Finding him won't help you. He doesn't have the package anymore. He sold it in Corinus.
Where is he?
Behind the kitchen building on the corner.
I'll flatten him.
Ok, non credo gli dispiace se io rubo l'arma.
You poor sucker. You didn't even have any gold on you.
Nothing there.
Bene, quindi ora abbiamo un arco che lampeggia. Spada grezza, danno 40.
Well, we'll see the next
Cioè, la
time.
nostra arma fa sempre più danno.
Blabbermouth, you told Cypher I took his weed.
Dov'è il pacco?
Where's the package?
What do I know?
Do you do anything?
Sometimes I let some.
Fine. No, niente. Bisogna parlare con Crypter e diciamogli, ehi guarda, ora che succede?
Wait a minute.
Riguardo, hai dato a Dar ciò che si meritava, ti senti meglio?
You really gave Dar what for? Are you feeling better now?
Yeah, that felt good.
Not to him, I suppose.
The little beggar has no business going through my chest.
Riguardo all'erba di
About the swamp weed.
Però cosa posso fare?
I'll see what I can do.
No, aspetta, diciamo, riguardo
About
all'erba
the
di
swamp
palma,
weed.
ecco alcuni ciuffi per te.
Here's a few stalks for you.
Oh, you are my man. You've got my vote.
Fine. Siamo a 2. Wolf. che io lo conoscevo di volta. Sono qui per unirmi a voi.
I've come to join you.
Why not? I've got nothing against it. Anyway, you freed our mine from the guards back then. But don't count on getting along with the others here so easily. A lot of newbies have come along since then. And some of the old mercenaries won't remember you. I almost didn't recognize you. You look rather haggard.
When the barrier fell, I barely got away with my life.
Looks like you got lucky then.
Nothing amazing.
Ok, e siamo a 3.
That's not what I heard.
There's more, believe me.
Salva. 42.
Hey, you!
What do you want?
Voglio unirmi a Lee.
I want to join up with Lee.
Lee won't have much to say around here if he keeps on this way.
What do you mean?
He wants us all to sit around here and twiddle our thumbs. Silvio always says offense is the best defense.
Nothing amazing.
It's no secret.
E lui non conta un cazzo.
It had to happen sooner or later.
Rob. Puoi insegnarmi a usare le armi a due mani?
Can you...
Listen, boy. Why don't you slink...
Been there, done that.
No, mi sa che dobbiamo prima aumentare la forza per competere con lui. Sicuramente 20 di forza non basterà per niente. Quindi
Hey, you!
sono qui per unirmi a te.
I have come to join you.
Nice for you. Do you understand that the mercenaries are going to vote whether you get to join them or not?
Voterai per me?
Will you vote for me?
But then, why not? 50 gold pieces is a fair price for a vote, don't you think?
Ok. Quindi il pacchetto d'erba. Questo qui abbiamo già fatto. Il cacciatore affamato. Grommy, il cacciatore, mi insegnerà quello che sa. Vabbè, bla bla bla. Il pascolo proibito. Balestra di Grommy, il mercante rapina, Cin Cin. Accesso al monastero di Innos. Il portale Joe, guai con la milizia. Mi scusi. E per entrare con le cose. Dov'è il diario? No. Ogni volta dimentico dov'è il diario. Non credo quello sia il diario. Il pacchetto d'erbe, il cacciatore affamato, balesti, il mercante rapione, Cincin, accesso al monastero di Innos, il portale, Joe, guai con la milizia, informazioni per Gravel. Forse dovremmo parlare prima con... parliamo con lui, forse...
Hey, you!
Qualcosa. No. Dovremmo prima picchiare... Non riusciamo a picchiare i drogati, figuriamoci quelli sani, signori miei. Quindi...
If he doesn't see that,
Just listen to him talk.
Con Jervis dovremmo parlare. Jarvis, voglio diventare un
I
mercenario.
want to become a mercenary.
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Where's the problem?
Well, I either have to vote for you or against you. And in the situation we're in, I'll only vote for you if I can be sure that you're on Lee's side.
Allora cosa dovrei fare?
So what should I do?
Simple. Beat up a few of Silvio's boys. That way both sides will know exactly where you stand. And if you stick to the rules for a duel, you'll even win the respect of the others.
Ci sono le regole di un duello.
What are the rules for a duel?
Go to Torloff and let him explain it if you're interested. Just so we understand each other. I don't care if you stick to the rules or not. Just as long as the boys wind up out cold in the mud.
Quali mercenari sono gli uomini di Silvio?
Which of the mercenaries are Silvio's men?
There are 6 men. First of all, Silvio himself and his right-hand man, Bulco. Then there's Rod, Sentenza, Fester, and Raoul. The rest of the people are either neutral or on Lee's side.
Quanti uomini
How many of Silvio's people should I defeat?
If you knock 3 of them to the ground, then you've proven which side you're on. Whom you choose is your business. Just one little hint. This isn't about proving your courage. Don't go up against Silvio himself. He'll make mincemeat out of you.
How many of Silvio's men are still on my list?
You haven't knocked down any of Silvio's men so far. I expect you to rough up at least 3 of them.
Che palle. Per entrare nei mercenari praticamente devo fare una cosa impossibile. Parlo. Io dirmi i mercenari.
I want to join the mercenaries.
Oh, and why do you think I should be in favor of you being accepted here?
Sottoponimi alla prova.
Put me to the test.
Did Lee send you to me?
No.
Then what are you blathering at me for?
No idea. You tell me.
Questi qui mi chiederanno un altro pedaggio, ne sono sicuro. Che piaga!
Hey, where you think you're going?
To the house, of course.
No one really
Onar pays us not to let guys like you in here.
I want to talk to Lee.
People. What do you want from him?
things I could tell.
Lui e io torniamo indietro.
He and I go way back.
You're a pal of Lee's? I don't believe a word. But go on in. If he doesn't recognize you, you'll know it. Lee's in the right wing. Don't even think about wandering around anywhere else. That's not what I heard.
Destra.
Is it really true?
Ho detto che non devo girovagare. Poi faccio così mica soffendo.
I know nothing about picking locks.
Che cammino, caro mio. Ci riusciresti a infornare una persona?
Don't even think about touching anything here. Otherwise you'll get a couple upside the head, got it?
Ok, sei russo? Che lavoro fai?
What's your job?
Onar wants me to spend all day keeping an eye on his stuff. He's worried that something will go missing, and I would too in his place. Most of the mercenaries he's hired are former convicts from the penal colony. They'll walk off with everything that isn't nailed down if no one watches out.
Qualcuno ha già cercato di rubare qualcosa?
Has anyone tried to steal anything yet?
A few, and I caught them all.
C'è un ammasso di
There's a whole bunch of junk here.
That's right, and most of it is extremely valuable. Onar collects valuable objects. A simple man like me can hardly afford such luxury. I stick to other things.
And that would be?
I collect old coins.
Ah, che collezione del cazzo. Con lo scrigno inutile che lo tocco. Quando so già che me ne costerà la vita. Dare un'occhiata sopra. Mi raccomando, non gironzolare in giro. Troppo tardi. Dici riesci a incarare un morto. Maria. Chi sei? La moglie di
Who are
Onar.
you?
I am Onar's wife, Maria. What do you want here?
Dimmi di Onar.
Tell me about Onar.
He's a good man, a little grumpy and very impatient, but we've all got our faults. I told my husband, "Why do you let the soldiers from the city treat you like that? Do something," I said. So he hired the mercenaries. Now I feel like I'm in the middle of a war. But then, we are at war, aren't we?
È accaduto qualcosa di rilevante
Has
ultimamente?
anything exciting happened here lately?
The paladins passed by here. At first we thought they were going to attack the farm, but they were headed for the Valley of Mines.
Devo dare un'occhiata.
I just wanted to have a look around here.
With all these men on the farm now, there's no peace to be had inside the house. They just keep barging in here.
Mercenari vi stanno
Do the mercenaries bother you?
Oh, well, at least the farm has been a lot safer since the mercenaries came. Back when we were still on our own, the militia came from town all the time to plunder our provisions. They dragged off the better part of the harvest, and they took some sheep too. They did nothing for us in return. A few of those scoundrels even stole from us.
Cosa ti hanno portato via?
So what did they steal from you?
Mostly gold and silver. They even took my wedding present, a golden plate. I bet it's now gathering dust in the chest of some filthy city guard.
Fine. Ok signori, fatto ciò, purtroppo sono costretto a rammentarvi che il tempo è tiranno e ci vediamo nel prossimo episodio.